Hello, I'm Rabbi Benjamin Sharff, and welcome to Day 22 of Clean Speech Nebraska. With 3 weeks of Clean Speech Nebraska under our belts, we should have a good idea of what constitutes onus devarim and what a big problem it is. Now it's time to strategize how to make real progress towards long-term solutions and lasting change. To remove the weeds from the garden, you have to dig down below the surface and pull them out by the roots. We have to address the attitudes deep within us that produce onus devarim. Once upon a time, in a small Jewish community in Nebraska, there was a very respected fellow who went into the hot springs in the heat of the summer. After an hour, he was so verschwitzt that he climbed out of the water and toppled over in a heap nearby. People came running. They tried to rouse him unsuccessfully. They thought he was dead. "Oi, what a great person he was," one person bemoaned. "Such a generous philanthropist." "He dedicated the synagogue," said another. "And the day school," said a third. Just at that moment, the fellow himself woke up. "Nu? And what about the social hall?" he said. The greater we are, the greater the challenge it is to remain humble. A humble person can be great and still not regard themselves as more important than anyone else. With humility, we can be respectful of others and not feel any inclination to speak with disdain, contempt, ridicule, or condescension. How does one achieve humility? Like any transformative achievement, becoming a humble person doesn't happen overnight. But one tactic is to imagine the day of our deaths. Our feelings of pride, strength, and superiority can be offset by meditating on the final moment of life, when we are powerless. This is one of the explanations for the custom of wearing white on Yom Kippur. It reminds us of shrouds and instills humility in our hearts. Here's another tactic. In today's global village, where we are intimately aware of amazing things going on around the world, we can compare ourselves to those greater than we. If we tend to think of ourselves as God's gift to mankind, there are always others whose contributions far surpass our own.